In just 20 days at Hell in a Cell, the Raw Women's Championship goes back on the line as Sasha Banks defends the title against Charlotte. The Nature Girl getting her rematch. But can Charlotte recapture the gold she lost last week on Raw? We're going to find out at Hell in a Cell, only on WWE Network.
And on that same night, Roman Reigns will do battle with Rusev inside Hell in a Cell for the United States Championship. The Roman Empire and the Bulgarian Brute absolutely despise each other. So now they bring their feud inside the hellacious steel confines on October 30th. Roman Reigns, Rusev for the U.S. title.
Plus, at Hell in a Cell, the WWE Universal title is on the line. Seth Rollins finally gets his wish. A rematch with the prize fighter Kevin Owens. The Universal Championship, Hell in a Cell, October 30th, live only on the WWE Network.
But first, ladies and gentlemen, tonight on Raw, Rollins going to have his hands full as he goes one-on-one with Chris Jericho. Jericho seething mad after last week's attack at the hands of the Architect. Will Seth be ready for the onslaught? We find out tonight on Monday Night Raw at the top of the hour on USA. But first, the Raw Pre Show starts right now. Ah, yes, indeed. Welcome aboard, my friends, here on the Raw Pre Show. We made it through another week. So glad you can join us here on the WWE Network, Facebook Live, and YouTube. I'm Scott Stanford, joined by two distinguished Hall of Famers. This man on my immediate left has never paid for a meal in the city of Memphis, ever. I give you the one, the only, Jerry, the King Lawler.
Thank you very much, Scott. What, no ugly jokes this week?
Nah, King, I figured I'd just leave them to you.
You let me do them?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, I love it, because this is Scott Stanford, the man that if ugliness were bricks, he'd be the Great Wall of China. Oh, wait, I got another one. Poor Scott. You know when he gets sick at home, his wife calls the vet. And you want one more?
I had to let you
This
do
is the
it,
only
right?
man on the planet that the Snapchat filter makes him better looking.
Oh, man. Can we get the camera off him now?
Oh, I love it.
And this five-time champion was voted most likely to be slapped, then kissed on a Spanish soap opera. Please welcome Booker T.
All the, playing to the side. I've been up all night. You know what I mean? I took a flight last night at 1:30 in the morning, got here at noon, and now I'm here in the studio, and I'm ready to go. I'm fired up. Let's get it crunk.
Yeah,
let's get it crack-a-lackin'.
We're going to touch on last night. Hey, the fourth member of our squad, Lita, she's backstage at Raw tonight. We're going to be checking in with the four-time women's champ in just a moment. And listen, we'd love to have you guys join in on the conversation using the hashtag Raw Pre Show. And gents, of course, before we get to tonight's action, we need to congratulate AJ Styles.
AJ Styles, I said he was going to go out there and do it. I said AJ Styles, the history, the making of AJ Styles started last night at No Mercy. And I'm going to tell you, the kid went out there, and he was absolutely phenomenal.
And I'm pretty sure neither one of you guys went with Dolph Ziggler last night. Am I correct in that statement? Surprised by what went down?
I'm totally surprised. You know what I mean? But then again, I'm not surprised. I mean, Dolph Ziggler had his back against the wall like that dog, that dog that's been beat on so long, and then you go to reach at him and grab him, and bang, he bites you. That's what happened last night. Dolph Ziggler, he bit.
Well, I'm not too happy about last night because I was 0 for 2 in my predictions. John Cena, what happened? You suck. That's what happened last night. Come on, man. I have to agree with the crowd. John Cena let me down, and then I don't know what happened with I just don't know about The Miz.
We'll, of course, talk more about that on tomorrow night's SmackDown Live pre-show. But tonight, hey, listen, the Raw Women's Championship will once again be battled over come Hell in a Cell, gentlemen. That's because the title changed hands yet again last week in Raw's main event. Take a look.
It is our main event, Sasha Banks versus Charlotte for the Raw Women's Championship.
Tonight's about taking back what I worked my entire career to be, a women's champion.
I was born for these moments. I am going to knock her off that pedestal and prove once again that I have no equal.
Sasha wins her second women's championship.
Man, I mean, I'll tell you what, guys, you watch how this thing went down last night in King. You look at this women's division, talent at an all-time high, especially when you got Sasha Banks and Charlotte at the top of that list.
Oh, without a doubt. Let me just tell you, I spent this past weekend, a couple of days at the New York Comic Con. I was sitting there with Nature Boy Ric Flair. He and I signing autographs, taking pictures with fans. It was great. And you know what, Book, you know this. When a couple of Hall of Famers get together, usually the talk is like old war stories. We're talking about old matches that he and I had, everything. But not this weekend. All the Nature Boy could talk about was Charlotte.
Ah, of course.
And you can't blame him. I mean, he was so proud of the fact that Charlotte headlined, main evented Monday Night Raw last week. I mean, that was a first in the history of Raw, And her talent level is right now, it's off the charts. I got to agree with everything that Rick said. He's so proud of her. Every time I watch her, and especially Charlotte and Sasha Banks, I'm literally shocked at the things I see. And as a matter of fact, I want to shock everybody one more time. Can we go back and roll that this clip? Watch this.
Oh,
this is amazing. Look at this. Oh my gosh.
Oh man.
Look.
Hey, what do you call? Is that a backflip corkscrew? What is that?
I've never even attempted anything like that in my life, so I wouldn't know what to call it. But it was a thing of beauty. I mean, these women right now in the WWE are risking life and limb. They are putting it all on the line in their matches, and they are shocking the world. And they're headlining Raw, and they deserve it.
Book, you agree with everything he just said?
Corkscrew moonsault.
Oh, the moonsault, yes, of course.
That's the Moro Ronaldo coming out of you.
I gotta go moonsault. You are correct.
The thing is, you got to wonder where does this rivalry go. You know what I mean? Charlotte have proven that she can beat Sasha. Sasha now has proven that she can beat Charlotte. Now we got to look at this. Two of the top women in the business right now. And the thing is, it's gonna want to be one of those things you're going to be wanting to look at many, many more times over and over and over. And the thing is, you got to wonder, how good is Sasha? How good is Charlotte? How much better can they both be going out there on that big stage? That was Raw. That was Monday Night Raw. Can we see this on pay-per-view? Can we see this matchup on pay-per-view? It'll be a main event anywhere in the world. And I'm going to tell you, I'd pay for it. Gotta love it.
Coming at you, Hell in a Cell. And listen, there's one other superstar in that women's division who's been knocking out that door. And our Hall of Fame colleague and former four-time women's champ, Lita, is backstage at the Oracle Arena tonight. Hello, Lita.
Thanks, Scott. Yeah, it is the live Skype edition. I can touch her. She's real. You guys, she's real.
Yep.
Bailey, we are here in the Bay Area. Is this is the first time you've been up here on the main roster and getting to compete, yeah?
Yeah, this is the first time back in the Bay since being with WWE. We had a show with NXT in San Jose, but this is the real deal. This is Oakland. This is my place, and I'm so excited to be back.
Man, they want some Bailey, I'm sure, and they are finally going to get it. Are there days that you thought down in NXT that this moment would have never happened?
Honestly, yes. There's times where I was kind of down on myself and just kind of like didn't really think that I was going to get to the level of Sasha, Becky, Charlotte, and all I wanted was to get here. Now it's finally happened, so I could forget about all that. I just needed to stay positive and stay, motivated, and that's what I did with NXT, and I'm here.
It's awesome. You are such an inspiration to so many people, and even people that we look up to have bad days, and you just got to power through them sometimes. Let's get real for a second, all right?
Okay.
So you made a really big impact on Raw, beating Charlotte in your first match here, right?
Second match. First was, little Dana Brooke, her little pet. Second match, Charlotte.
Okay, right.
Still counts, right.
And kind of put you into the title shot there, title picture a little bit. Yeah. We know that Sasha and Charlotte are going to have a match at Hell in a Cell, but so where does that put you in this title picture?
Not really where I want to be right now because, I want to be in that title picture again. I was very fortunate to get into that triple threat match at Clash of Champions, but now I kind of find myself just kind of on the outskirts again. But I've been there before, and nothing is going to stop me from getting back to that spot. I want the championship match. I want the championship around my waist, and if I have to go through Dana Brooke, if I have to go through Charlotte, if I have to go through someone like Lana or anybody who steps in the way, even if I have to go through Sasha Banks, that title will be hugging my waist one day.
You guys heard it here first, and I kind of think that you have the determination and the focus to get what you want, like a hug. We should put this on a t-shirt.
Yes.
Back to you guys.
Best friends right here.
King, once in a while, I'd like a little hug once in a while. Wouldn't hurt you.
Well, I got a little hug last night at No Mercy from Nikki Bella. I know you would like one of those. And you know what? I got to agree with Lita. You can't really count that first match that she had against Dana Brooke. That's like a no
Throwaway. That's
just a throwaway.
Yeah,
throwaway
match.
All right, gentlemen. Well, listen, so much more to cover here on this fine program. We are starting to see a change, are we, in the Chris Jericho-Kevin Owens relationship? Are the BFFs starting to crack?
Are you starting to try to start some rumors? Before we do that, let's set up tonight's trivia.
What is it?
Well, here's the question for you. It's a good one. What was the name of Chris Jericho's tag team the last time he held the WWE Tag Team title?
Look, it's got to be Booker or something, no?
Booker Co. I wanted to call it
Booker Co.
But he wanted to call it Jera Book.
Got to be Jera Book.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Hey, what year was that?
We're going to have the answer.
2005.
Answer on the other side as the Raw Pre Show rolls
I
out.
don't think that's the right answer.
Booker.
Well, here we go. Once again, the question was, what was the name of Chris Jericho's tag team the last time?
You gotta read it.
Well, yes, of course. Somebody might have just tuned in, the last time that he held the WWE Tag Team title, because Chris loves to name his teams. So, what was it?
Let's see Jera Book. No, Jera Show.
Oh, man, that was the year after.
Jera Show.
That was the year before it was Booker Cole.
Wow, that was 2009 already.
Yeah,
Wow, 7 years ago.
Yeah, that was 2008.
Look, you're going to be the answer one of these days, Book. I know it.
I had my years.
I don't remember Jera Book.
That was Booker
Oh,
Cole.
Booker Co. I see.
Booker Co. All right, listen, speaking of Mr. Jericho, last week Chris came up with this ingenious idea. Great plan. But in the end, it was an idea that sounded, King, much better on paper. Watch.
Last week, after we beat Enzo and Cass, it made me realize that Team Chris and Kevin are the best tag team in the WWE. So I think we should challenge the New Day.
Well, you're right. It was a good plan. And if Chris and KO had beaten New Day, oh my gosh, they would have been right in line for the tag team championships.
And you know the thing is, they
But
were
look,
so close.
But look what happened.
Look who comes spoil the party.
You're not kidding. Spoil the party is right. Oh, what a distraction that Seth Rollins caused. But then Jericho was going to save the show. Walls of Jericho. Oh, he missed him. Doggone it. And then look at this.
Look at this.
Oh, no.
Midnight Hour. Unbelievable.
You can count to 100.
KO, fellas, not too happy with what he sees, and he certainly wasn't happy with this.
What, did you expect him to go back in there against 4 people? Huh? And that Francesco or whatever that trumpet's name is?
Listen, look, I asked the question before, King. Are we starting to see a little crack in that friendship foundation, Jericho and KO?
You know what the problem is? You're just jealous of their friendship. No. Because like I said before, if you ever wanted a friend, you'll have to buy a dog. These two guys are so close. Let me tell you how close they are.
Go ahead.
Kevin Owens told me that when he was a little kid, he used to lie at night in his twin bed wondering where his brother was. And so finally when he grew up and he met Chris Jericho, what is it? What are you laughing at? When he grew up and he met Chris Jericho, he realized that this was like it was just like meeting his long-lost twin brother. That's how close their friendship is. Yeah. That's how tight knit they are.
Well, listen, speaking of brothers, hypothetical situation. Maybe it happened in the past. Stevie Ray's in the middle of that ring with some unfriendly competition. Are you letting him sit there to fend for himself like KO just did?
I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna bag my brother's play no matter what it is.
Even if it's 4 guys out there?
Exactly. I'm gonna go out there, I'm gonna take a beat down if I gotta take a beat down. That's what brothers do. We are brothers to the bone. These two right here, you gotta wonder right now on social media, the question is being asked, is Jericho in it for himself, you know what I mean? I mean, does he really have, Kevin Owens' back, you know what I mean? I mean, because me personally, I'm not going to put a friend, especially a friend that's the champion, who's carrying the goal in a situation like that. Hey, come help me do this right here. Come help me go against 3 guys and perhaps get beat and not be able to go on.
Wait a minute, why is it Jericho's fault? When you saw Kevin Owens desert Jericho, I mean, I think Kevin Owens is just thinking, "Ooh, I got this big match coming up. I can't go in there against 4 guys and risk getting hurt before my big match."
I'm gonna pose the question in social media: is Jericho holding Kevin Owens back?
What?
That's the question right there.
He's got his back. He's not holding him back.
Use the hashtag Raw Pre Show. Hey, speaking of Seth Rollins, who you saw in that video a little while ago, he does indeed get his rematch and another shot at Kevin Owens' Universal title at the end of the month at Hell in a Cell. But Rollins doesn't just want KO's championship, fellas. The architect wants the so-called KO show gone from Raw for good.
At Clash of Champions, Kevin Owens retained the title with the help of his best friend, Chris Jericho. If you get your rematch, how do you see this all playing out?
I know the forces are against me. I understand that. But you asked the question, how do I think it's going to play out if I get my rematch? I'll tell you. Seth Rollins is going to cancel the Kevin Owens show. And I'm going to prove to the entire world that I'm still the man.
I like it. I like it.
You know what Seth Rollins has in common? You know what he has in common with an exit sign? They're both on the way out.
Oh, no, I look at Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins looked like a guy that's, he's growing up a little bit. Going through that little turmoil, being the man, under that banner of, Triple H and Stephanie. I think that did something to him. I always said, you're only going to learn from experience like that, or you're just going to fall right back in. And I think looking at it in his eyes, the eyes, Chico, they never lie.
There's that Scarface reference I love. King, do you see that same maturity in Seth Rollins there?
No, yeah, he's matured all right. He has been. I mean, let's face it, that's what the Authority did. They used Seth Rollins until they used him up. He's of no more use to him, and like I said, like the exit sign, he's on his way out.
Well, he's going to have his shot come Hell in a Cell on October 30th. Listen, from the heavyweights, let's move on to the cruiserweights. I want to send it backstage to Raw once again to our colleague Charlie Caruso. She's standing by with someone who's looking to make an immediate impact in that high-flying division. Charlie.
Please welcome my guest at this time, Sin Cara. Sin Cara, the papers have been signed and it is official. Welcome to the Raw exclusive Cruiserweight division.
Thank you, Charlie. I'm very excited. As you all know, I grew up doing the Monday Night Wars and watching the Cruiserweights, the innovative styles that they did in the ring, motivated me to create my own path as a luchador. Vengo de un país donde la lucha libre es el deporte más popular. Entonces, imagínate, yo tengo que agradecer a todas esas personas que me abrieron el camino, como Último Dragón, como Rey Misterio. Entonces, para mí... Hey, Lince!
Hey,
¿Cómo estás, amigo?
Man, what's going on? Dude, welcome. Welcome to the Cruiserweight division.
Gracias.
Man, I'm excited. We're teaming up tonight, right here on Monday Night Raw. Dude, people like you have carved a way for guys like me to make it right here in the WWE. No, thank you. Gracias, hermano. Hey, guys, check these guys out.
Please, let's cancel the love fiesta. The last thing we need is more masked buffoons like you in our Cruiserweight division. Especially when you got superstars the caliber of Drew Gulak and myself, the premier athlete, Tony Nese.
Tonight, myself and Tony Nese are going to teach you that choosing to enter the Cruiserweight division will be the biggest and last mistake of your career.
You gotta stick for yourself in the ring. That's right.
Well, I'll tell you, the cruiserweight division heating up, fellas. Deporte más popular. I love anytime you can get that in. We're good to go.
Se los damos. Let them have it. That's what that means, guys.
Well, listen, guys, you heard it from Lince Dorado as he and Sin Cara team up for the first time in cruiserweight tag team action to go up against Tony Nese and Drew Gulak. The Raw Cruiserweight division smoking hot.
I had a bowl of that for lunch.
What, Gulak? Yeah. They got tag team action tonight. Monday Night Raw at the top of the hour on USA. The Raw Pre Show rolls on.
What can your family do for $9.99? See a ball game? Nope. Go to the movies? How about a museum? Don't think so. But now, there's one thing $9.99 a month will get you. Uninterrupted access to WWE Network with the new WWE Network prepaid card. Buy it with cash and get all live pay-per-views, including WrestleMania,
This news is anything but...
SummerSlam, Royal Rumble, Survivor Series, and Hell in a Cell.
It is the most ominous structure in the history of WWE.
Groundbreaking original series and more, all for only $9.99 per month. No credit card required, no additional costs. The WWE Network prepaid card. Get it now.
Bo, what's happened to you lately, man?
Curtis, have you not heard this? This news is anything but new. I'm surprised I even have to tell you. I told them all to leave, but all they did was deceive. So now, you can bereave. Because the Bo you used to know is better off left alone.
Bo, I've always believed in you. You don't believe me, I even asked Mick Foley to put us in a tag team match tonight. Because I don't think any tag team can outlast the Outcast.
Whoever we face doesn't matter at all. Against Bo and Axel, they all fall.
Yeah. That's right.
Ooh. Boy, Axel and Bo up against Enzo and Cass. That's going to be a good one tonight on Raw, King.
Yeah.
All right, hey, why don't we check in with Kathy Kelly, who's got her eye on the hottest social media trends in WWE. Hey, Kath.
Thank you so much, Scott, and welcome everyone at home to this week's Social Beat. With the NBA season set to kick off in just a few days, I wanted to share this T-shirt that NBA champion Cleveland Cavaliers point guard Kyrie Irving was sporting last week. Kyrie, also known for his devastating crossovers on the court, breaking his opponent's ankles left and right. He channeled his inner dead man and is now known as the Ankle Taker. So good, I need one of those shirts. Another professional athlete, though, who continues to make headlines for his interest in joining WWE is New England's Patriot tight end Rob Gronkowski. Gronkowski is no stranger to attending WWE events and while cheering on his close friend, WWE superstar Mojo Rawley. Well, Mojo continued to add fuel to this rumor by going on Good Morning San Diego and, well, check out this interview.
Rob Gronkowski, Gronk. How'd you get to know him, and when are we going to see the man in the wrestling ring?
Oh, the main man, Robbie G. He is dying to get in the ring. I can tell you it won't be while he's in season. Dude, you wait till you see me and Rob together.
Oh,
you can barely handle me, bro. Wait till you get us together. Oh, it's game over.
Can you imagine the Hype Bros becoming a trio?
With the guns that scare even children that can't even see properly yet, baby! Yeah!
And finally, wrapping up this week is one of the biggest teasers of the year as former WWE and WCW superstar Goldberg gave his best non-answer on a potential return to action during his ESPN interview with anchor Jonathan Coachman.
There's a plethora of people that I haven't had the opportunity to kick their ass yet. I would be remiss in saying that I don't owe Brock Lesnar a rematch. I think if I ever came back, I mean, that'd be the match. You know, Brock's a different human being, but I'd have to work my ass off to get ready for him. I don't know, man. I beat him once.
Who's to
What do you
say?
think?
Who's to say you couldn't do it again?
Paul Heyman did not take the tease lightly as he gave a very clear warning on Twitter, tweeting, "Dear Goldberg, I respectfully suggest you do not confuse the fantasy of WWE 2K17 with the reality that is Brock Lesnar." So what do you guys think? Is Goldberg toying with our emotions, or could this fantasy rematch become a reality? That is all for this week's Social Beat. Now, back to you guys.
Man, I think Goldberg is delusional if he's thinking about coming back
I like
against
it,
Brock
man.
Lesnar.
The beast incarnate versus the indestructible Goldberg.
He would have,
oh
he
my
would have
goodness.
more rust on him than
It's
those old cars he used to have on a
I'm
TV
tell
show.
you, man. Yeah, I mean, you know, old chickens still make good soup.
Haven't heard that one in a while. Listen, while we're on the
I've never
subject
heard
of
that
Goldberg, I want to kick it back to our good friend Lita. She is backstage at the Oracle Arena. One more time, check in with her to see what's cooking backstage at Raw. Lita.
What's up, Raw Pre-Show crew? So much going on here tonight. It's funny that you mention Paul Heyman's Twitter response to Goldberg, obviously about his comments directed at Brock Lesnar and his ESPN interview. We are going to hear from the advocate for the Beast Incarnate tonight on Raw, but right now he's remaining very tight-lipped. You know, I did see him walking around on his cell phone. He did not look very happy. So if 140 characters is any indication, I think that the WWE Universe as well as Goldberg are going to be getting an earful tonight on Raw. Speaking of getting an earful, I was over by makeup, and Lana just had this makeup artist trapped, going on and on, defending her husband Rusev, saying that he was not going to back down from Roman Reigns, and accepted the challenge and is determined to have his rematch at Hell in a Cell. I don't know, if I were Rusev, I may do just a little bit of backing down after last week's encounter. But all U.S. title news and 2K17 news aside, the real question is, do you guys miss me? I mean, King, Booker, is it weird that I'm just not right there? I can only imagine the debates that I'm missing out on today between you two. Back to you guys.
A lot of locker
I don't know
room
about you
talk
two, but I
tonight,
certainly miss you because now I got to be stuck between these two.
Well, listen, guys, you know, very top of the show, we were talking about these Hell in a Cell matches. You got Sasha Banks and Charlotte, Roman Reigns and Rusev. Of course, you got Seth Rollins and Kevin Owens. I can only imagine the friction that's going to be on Raw for the next 3 weeks until we get to Hell in a Cell, Book.
Well, you know, title implications. I mean, all the championships, you know, you never know exactly what's going to happen. You got to think about that one match, Sasha Banks versus Charlotte. You know what I mean? It's easy. I wouldn't say easy, but to win the championship is one thing. To defend it is something totally different. I mean, the butterflies are going to be all over the place. You got to get those butterflies to fly in formation to be able to go out there and pull something like that off. So I'm looking forward to it. Owens, oh my goodness. Owens always come to fight when it's...
Let's talk about Roman Reigns.
Go
Roman
ahead,
Reigns
go
and Rusev, they're the ones going to be inside
United States
Hell in a Cell.
Championship, the title that I actually brought to the WWE. Go ahead and talk about it.
Inside Hell in a Cell. The only problem for Rusev is the fact that, hey, Lana cannot be inside that cell.
True. That's
and,
true.
you know, and the other problem is he's not going to be able to get out of that cell. He's going to be in there with Reigns, and it's going to be...
Former United States champion right over there, my friends. We have run out of time. That's going to put the bow around this edition of the Raw Pre-Show. For Booker T, Jerry the King, Lita, Kathy Kelly, Charlie Caruso, I'm Scott Stanford. Monday Night Raw coming your way next from Oakland, California. Switch it on over to USA. Go get some.